Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the morning recording. I'm your host, the fat host with the most, your boy, Big J, aka the Fat Ass Badass. And I want to let you know that this episode of the morning recording is brought to you in part by C.R. Ward Photography. C.R. Ward is a photographer who looks for the raw and natural beauty captured through the lens in portraits, street, and landscape photography. Please visit www.facebook.com/CR Ward Photography and message him for pricing inquiries. C.R. Ward taking your image to the next level. And with that, I also want to remind you guys to please subscribe to Critically Creative Entertainment on YouTube. You guys can also follow me on Twitter, Big J at CR2_ENT. Over 100 Twitter followers now, 105. Only 10% of that on YouTube, but that's okay. We're going to get you guys on board over there, making improvements every single day, pushing this product farther and faster and longer and harder, motherfuckers. So you got to, sometimes in life you just got to roll with the punches, and that's what we do on a daily basis. You can also follow me on Daily Motion, Critically Creative Entertainment over there as well. Well, it is a beautiful day, and you are a beautiful motherfucker. I hope all you beautiful motherfuckers out there are having a wonderful day. And speaking of beautiful motherfuckers, today I am joined by my good friend, the tricolored bearded wizard, Jason Nelson.
How's it going, everybody?
Jason is a longtime telecommunications professional, avid investigator of fringe topics, often generically classified as paranormal, and he's here with me today. How you doing today, man?
I'm doing pretty well, sir, considering.
Going all out.
That's right.
On the weekends.
Wow. It's Friday night. You know I got to do it up.
Yeah, you got to play hard and work hard and repeat that cycle.
Fucking whiskey, you're the devil.
Hard liquor will do it to you, man. That's why I just like to have one or two maybe, and stick to maybe the spirits and things like that. I know you don't really like beer too much. You're struggling with me today, drinking some good beer with me today.
Well, I mean, stuff like this I can drink. Your tangerine wheat ales, things like that. I like that kind of beer. Not a big IPA fan. Not a regular beer fan, really.
Oh, IPAs, fucking IPA. Like, really? Like, I know, like, a lot nasty. Of microbrew guys are going to be shitting in their pants with me saying that right there. Like, fuck you, man.
And it's fine. I mean, that's your preference. Like, everybody likes something different. For me, personally, I don't like it.
Like, super bitter. Like, super the hops bitter. Are just, like,
yeah, some people are into that shit, though.
Yeah, they like that sharp, hoppy shit, but it's just, Like, have you ever had Arrogant Bastard?
I have not.
Ale or anything like that? Like, anything, like, over, like, 8%?
No, I haven't. That's pretty fucking strong. I mean, I've had Mike's Harder Lemonade, which is about 8.8%.
Yeah, that's different. It's like it has like a vodka base or something in it.
It's got something in it. I don't know what it is.
It's weird. It gives you a different kind of buzz than a beer does.
Yeah, it does for sure.
Yeah, the Mike's is like
also gives you
makes
heartburn.
me want to like go out and like get in a fight with someone.
Does it?
Like, yeah, like well, not that beer needs to necessarily make me feel like that. Sometimes, like sometimes I just have imbalances that I need to work on in my life. But definitely, yeah, like the Mike's, like they're all right. I would have drank those with you today if you brought those.
Oh
along.
no, I'd prefer to stay away from those just because I don't know, heartburn like a motherfucker.
Yeah. No, the Mike's will do you dirty with sometimes like a mean hangover, like a headache after them as well. Not that long after you get done drinking them. So we're smoking on some good cannabis flower today. Jason brought some along with him. Jason, how do you feel about cannabis legalization?
I mean, it's pretty awesome that we live in the times that we do, where I can go into a dispensary and get weed. Yeah. I don't have to sneak around and fucking worry about getting caught and getting fined for a plant. I think it's pretty awesome.
It definitely is. We could just literally go down to the store and make a purchase like you were buying fucking something from a normal retail store without having to feel like you're doing something shady. We were, like in our age, we were born with like this thought that maybe smoking weed was a bad thing and you had to feel ashamed about it or something like that. So for a lot of people, it's very accommodating to them to be able to do that in that setting like that.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. It's it's magical, really. You just go into a dispensary, you smell all the different strains, and oh god,
yeah, that's great.
It's a heavenly place.
Yeah. And it was recreational was just legalized in California, where I'm from.
Yeah.
And I had a couple of incidents like in my younger days, in my 20s, in my teenage years, where I was cited by cops and given a ticket for possession of marijuana underneath an ounce. And like one time I was sitting in the car with my girlfriend. We were just sitting there rolling a joint, and this cop just rolled up on us just to fuck with us. And I was we saw him coming up behind me, coming up behind us. So I was trying to put all the weed away and shit. And he came up to the window. He's like, "I smell marijuana. You guys have any marijuana on you?" And I was like, "No." And he shined his flashlight on me, and I had fucking weed crumbs all over my belly in my lap.
So you really did have it on you.
I really, literally had it on me.
Holy shit! I got you there.
Yeah, the hand was fully in the cookie jar. I was fully exposed, and he ended up giving me a ticket. The funny thing is that we had a guy. There was a third guy with us in the back seat. And he was older than us, and he's actually like a guy that's like been in and out of jail like a lot in his life and has some serious fucking criminal problems. And I don't know how the fuck he did it, but I swear to God, he jumped. Like, he didn't jump, but he got out of right when the cop pulled up behind us. He like reacted very quickly, and he got out of the car and just walked away. Really? And we were like almost right in front of a bar, and the cop didn't stop him or anything, just let him walk away and only fucked with us.
What a dickhead!
And he had like, and that dude had more than an ounce on him, and he would have went to jail for that. For his prior things, he probably was on probation or parole at that time.
Right. And
then he had over an ounce, which is like usually like, enough to send you to jail anyway. So people won't be, for over an ounce they'll still be getting fucked with. But I believe that like a whole class of criminals, almost just like when prohibition went back away.
Well, exactly. It's almost exactly like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Like a whole class of criminals are getting fucked with, that are getting sent to jail and prison with other with people who are truly violent, who could teach them violent tendencies. Right. They're not going to be in that situation anymore, so they could take it in their own hands. If they feel like they have like an addiction problem or something like that, they could do what other people do, and they could just take that into their own hands and take whatever the recourse they need if they feel like they need to rehab from it. But people generally don't feel like they need to rehab.
It's true. As we learned from Thurgood on Half Baked, you don't want to go to the NA meeting for weed.
You ain't here for weed?
I used to suck dick for coke, man.
I seen it. Yeah, it's people don't really give you a whole lot of credibility as far as saying you're addicted to weed for a reason. There's a reason why it's not taken seriously in the streets.
Yeah.
It's because people understand that it's inherently not really fucking dangerous like they want you to believe it was dangerous.
Right. Yeah, no, it's not at all. I mean, I'm sure in the wrong hands, like a child gets a hold of it or something. Yeah, I mean, that's where it could be a danger. I don't think it would be fatal, probably. That's the thing about weed. Like, I don't think you could ever overdose on it unless you had like some kind of allergy to it, because the more and more you smoke, sleepier you're gonna get.
Yeah, eventually you're gonna run out of steam.
You're either gonna pass out from too much weed or eating too much food. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, definitely. And as far as like an allergy goes, yeah, it's something to like magnify the effects of it to the point where it would cause some sort of abnormal effect. Yeah, like
right.
I know people who have taken edibles, and I actually went the first time I came up here to visit Oregon. Very first time ever, my sister-in-law's Amanda, her sister Lacey, she made me cookies, edibles to take back to California with me, and I gave one to a buddy of mine, and he shared it with a friend of his. And she don't fuck around. She's like a chef for one, normally, like in a normal job, and then she doesn't fuck around with weed either. Like, you know what I mean? So she made like some strong fucking weed cookies, and I was all fucked up on the ride back over there. But when I gave them to them, like I guess they both ate those, and the one guy he shared it with, he went to the fucking hospital. He freaked out and went to the hospital, went to the ER.
Really?
Yeah, he went to the ER because he fucking was freaking out because he was so fucking high. And they basically told him, ride it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, so told him to man up.
Yeah, but my buddy Lupe, if you're out there, bud, from Coalinga, California, Lupe, it was his friend who went to the ER, and Lupe is like, man, Jerry, he used to call me Jerry, man. He's like, Jerry, man. He's a Mexican dude, cool ass Mexican. He's like, Jerry, man, my friend went to the hospital, man. And I was like, man, Lupe, like, there's nothing wrong with those cookies, bro. They were just weed cookies, like good ones, you know?
Yeah.
You can't get those from the store like that strong.
No, you can't.
They barely do anything. Like, you have to be very new to the experience to feel anything from the ones at the store.
I would agree. I bought actually a weed soda one time.
Really?
Yeah, it
from
was
around here.
Yeah, it was from the dispensary in Bunker Hill. It was like orange flavored soda. It was all right. It didn't really do much.
No, did it like body high or anything like that?
It was a little bit of a body high, but it wasn't too intense. I should have gotten the bigger bottle.
Yeah. The first time you don't know, you just
Yeah. Well, yeah,
trying
exactly. I'm
to-
just like,
what if it was the other way? It was super fucking intense. You're like, I shouldn't have
I
drank
probably
the
would
whole
have fucking
thing.
gone to the hospital and cried about it or something.
And they would have laughed at you.
That's exactly right.
Give
They said,
you a
"Get the fuck
chocolate
out."
chip cookie until you get the fuck out of here.
No, pay us $500.
Yeah, for telling you that you're too high and just to go write it out. Yeah. So, are you working on anything, Jason, creatively?
Yeah. So I'm going to be launching a podcast myself called Shattered Dimensions, a name which I got from you. Thank you very much, sir.
You're very welcome.
And we're going to cover, paranormal type stuff, conspiracy. I might do some true crime type stuff because there's some cool, like, true crime stories out there that are kind of riveting.
Like serial killer type
Oh,
stuff?
yeah. I have one guy I really want to focus on. Edward Wayne Edwards was his name. And there was a book written about him by a former cop named John Cameron. John Cameron, I think. And basically, this guy was a serial killer for like 40 years, was never caught, maybe 50 years, maybe longer. He was never caught until he was in his like 70s and like ready to die. Maybe he was in his 80s. And he only confessed to a few crimes, which is what he was charged with when he went to prison. But while he was in prison, this guy, John Cameron, went and talked to him and got him to admit to like some other crimes that this guy suspected that he did, because he looked at all the, this guy didn't have one specific MO, which is the really fascinating thing about him. Like, he wasn't a lot of serial killers, they'll do the same things over and over again. This guy, he would, but he'd also change it up. So it would be like, in one instance he might strangle somebody with a rope. In the next instance he might stab them to death. But he'll always do certain things a certain way.
So you didn't get caught into like what normal serial killers do, which is like an established pattern where they have to like create a like a certain project, or like it has to be very, very refined with normal serial killers. So this guy was very creative in his approach, so it made it very hard to track him down, and they couldn't pinpoint.
Exactly.
him,
And he was
they never
traveling
found him.
around the country with his family the whole time. Like, he'd go somewhere, things would happen, kill people, the heat starts coming. Excuse me. And then he would, he'd move on. And, I don't want to get into it too much, mostly because I'm a little high and I can't remember all the details.
Plus, that's for that.
But
show's
that's for that show,
Yeah.
motherfuckers. That's just a taste. But I guess you could always go look him up, but don't.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Let
Go
us
ahead.
tell you, or let Jason tell you about it. Let him
You
tell
can
the
you can
story.
read about it, but let me read to you too.
Have you ever seen the movie The Life of David Gale? This is Kevin Spacey
No.
and Laura Linney.
Uh-uh.
Kevin Spacey plays a college professor, and Laura Linney plays like a political activist, or she works like for an organization that fights for the rights of people on death row. And Kevin Spacey he's like a professor. I can't remember what exactly he teaches. Like, it's like some sort of law-based coursework or something like that. But basically, these two characters know each other. They're good friends, and Laura Linney ends up in the movie, she ends up supposedly being murdered, like suffocated and murdered. And it turns out that they set it up to where she murdered, like she did it to herself to like prove a point, to like some sort of point, like to the effect that not everybody on death row is there for like the right reasons, okay, I'm fucking stoned too, bro, but okay.
Yep.
So so
The headband, bro.
what
It's
it
got you
is,
wrapped
okay,
up.
is that they set it up. Kevin Spacey's the one that goes to prison for her murder, and so it turns out at the end that she committed suicide, and there was a tape that was left as evidence.
Gotcha.
And Kate Winslet's in it, and she plays a fucking lawyer who's her job to work with Kevin Spacey, the David Gale, and like interview him and stuff like that. And she ends up finding out that there's this tape, and she finds it, and like he ends up being executed. And then like they find out that she killed herself, and like it shows you
fucked.
that like the system's not perfect. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
absolutely not.
So sorry for that convoluted high synopsis of the life of David Gale, but it's a good fucking movie.
Well,
guys.
no, I mean, I hadn't even heard of it before, I don't think, and you know, I'd probably give it a watch.
Yeah. Have you watched any good movies lately? Like any newer movies?
You know, I haven't really seen any movies lately. I mostly just been watching TV, trying to stay caught up on the all the CW superhero shows that I watch.
We're so alike in so many ways, but we're so different.
Yeah,
in so
yeah.
many ways.
But that's fine, dude. That's what adds to our you know, our chemistry here.
Yeah, that's what like with chemistry and with the I believe that comes from like our energy signals, things we can't see with our eyes and or hear or smell. Like it's like a puzzle, like a jigsaw puzzle. Like certain parts of each other's profile fill the other part out. You know what I mean? Like
Did you hit that?
yeah, I sure did. Yep. So certain parts that you don't have, the other person has, like it balances each other out, right? That's why I say like opposites
Absolutely.
attract. Yeah.
Well, and I'm a Libra, so you know we gotta fucking balance that shit out.
Oh yeah, you have to.
Balance the scales.
Yeah, be like that to be around me. I'm a Leo, so I'm like very fucking full steam ahead. You know what
I
I'm
know.
saying? So.
Fucking tame your ass.
Yeah. I need someone around me.
was the king of the forest.
Yeah. I can't have anybody faint of heart around me for too long. You have to take it with a grain of salt, I guess, guys. Love me or hate me, but you're here with me here on the morning recording. You lagging motherfucker.
What?
Not that it's morning, but it's okay.
It is not, bro. I'm hungover and I'm a pothead.
I'm just joking.
I can't. It's Saturday.
Yeah. No, and I went out a little while last night with you as well. I'm
Yeah,
not trying
yeah.
to throw you under the bus, brother. It's
It's okay.
It's good that you're having fun in life.
Fuck yeah,
And
bitch.
that's important.
You
And
gots to.
You still got here, and we're still doing this.
Yeah.
Nothing got sabotaged.
That's right.
Everything still was completed. You had all the fun you want. We're still having fun.
Yeah.
I started a new job here in a couple weeks. I'm going to work for a company for a little while longer until this endeavor starts to pay for my ways in life. I believe that like your passion will take care of you in life, and so I really believe that. So sooner or later, this is going to take care of me. But I do start a new job here in a couple weeks. We all have to work in life. Like you can't put an angel in a room full of devils and expect for him not to have to act like the devil sometimes to get shit done. Like I know that's like it makes like sounds like an excuse, but
Well, I
I
mean-
mean, just like we don't want to have to live in the world we're in, but we are living in the
Sure.
world we're in.
We do what we have to. I mean, you have to, unfortunately, make money to survive in this world. You can't, you know, go out and get your own resources, really. So, yeah, I mean, I hate working just because I hate having to be somewhere 40 hours a week that I'm not passionate about, that I don't, it's not my life goal to do. But at the same time, it's something that I, you know, I have to do, and it's not too bad, I guess. I could be doing a lot worse. I could be working in sewage or something, you know?
Yeah, or in the agriculture trade somewhere else, maybe working your ass off 60 hours a week and getting paid under the table for
Monsanto.
yeah, basically an extension like
They pretty much own everything.
Central
Own every
California,
fucking modified species of fucking plant.
yeah, and in Central California where the agriculture is like the agriculture epicenter, they were supremely and definitively against the fair labeling on foods. They don't want you to know. What's
I
in the
recall
food.
when that I was living in California when that happened.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Monsanto's
They
the
were
one that
trying to get
owns
that
all those
through.
billboards and everything, all
Yeah.
everywhere, you know, and it's sad. And nowadays, in the grocery store, they don't even have to tell you what country your meat was raised or butchered in. It could
ridiculous.
be from anywhere. And those, not that the, you know, it's not about being like prejudiced or something like that. It's about that there might be a plant or something that animal grazed on in another part of the world that you've never been exposed to. It could
It's
have
true.
an
It's
allergy or
true.
something to you. It could.
But
it's-
also, we don't know what the standards are in
Yeah.
each country, or you know, are they up to our standards? But then again, there's other countries that won't buy our meat because of its fucking, you know, tainted fucking bovine genes.
yeah, injected with food coloring and straight from Crayola. No, you know, like it's crazy, man. And it's like what I was saying before. Like, we've been infiltrated, man. Our fucking foods are poisoned. Our water's poisoned. All that food's fucking poisoned. And even, yeah, and like you're like me saying that we don't know where it's going to come from in the world. That's not to say that ours is fucking perfect. It is fucking horrible. You can't go into a lot of stores and get a cut of meat that hasn't been altered in some way by the time it gets to that point.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure even your ones that are advertised as like, grass fed, organic beef. We don't know the food that cow is eating, or whatever animal it is. I mean, is the food it's eating full of GMOs? Probably, because pretty much all of them are.
Yeah, it's like you're growing
in
grain
water,
and wheat
shit's in the
and
water.
whatever that's fucked up to feed the fucked up animals, and then serving it to fucked up people
That's right.
who want to believe it's not all fucked up.
All I know is I'm fucked up right now.
This shit's all fucked up.
That
And
headband, it's got me wrapped up, bro.
yeah, we should try maybe a little nugget of the granddaddy perp, maybe to balance it out. Yeah, some granddaddy perp, some indica
That's
for all
right.
you posers out there who don't know the difference. It's that real purple shit.
Yeah. Delicioso.
And drinking on some tangerine wheat ale, some tangerine for short. This is good stuff. I've had this draft as well. One of the bars here locally actually.
Yeah,
has it.
I was pretty sure I'd had that before at the bar.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
That's why I grabbed it.
I love the wheat ales and the citrusy notes that go along with them.
Yeah, those are good. That's why I like this kind of thing. It's just like my weed. I like my weed citrusy too.
Yeah, like I'm trying to think of some strains like almost like I'm like Super Silver Hazy almost has like a citrusy or like there used to be like G13 back in the day. Stuff like that. Those kind of citrusy. There's other kinds out there I'm not thinking of. Right.
Candyland was one that I had last year. It was so fucking good. And it went quick. Like, people were buying the shit out of it. Like, you couldn't even get it anymore because it was just fucking flying off the shelves, man.
It's crazy, for one, how many strains there's been, like, in just, like, recently in the last few years. How many new ones you never even heard of before. When I started hearing of the ones called cheese and shit like that. Hold on, we're going to bust out another round.
All right. Thanks,
It's
sir.
okay. Yeah. This show's raw, man. It's like Jerry Springer up in this bitch, okay? We're allowed to have sounds coming from off
That's right.
set over here.
And throw chairs and shit.
Yeah. And we're also being joined by our third-party correspondent, Jen, today. She's over there blushing. She's not going to say anything. But she helped us out today. She helped fill out our one of our segments we're going to do today. This is going to be called Rap Libs. And
It is worth noting, Jen is my girlfriend.
Jen is Jason's
That's
girlfriend.
who she
I
is.
apologize.
She's not just
Yeah.
a random stranger in the crowd.
No, we didn't just hire some girl to come in here and fill out a Mad Libs form for us. But she filled in the gaps in the lyrics here for the Eazy-E's Boys in the Hood. And it's just for one of the verses here. And I'm going to go ahead and recite this out. Jen filled it out, and I'll go ahead and recite it out. Since I'm not very verbally talented, but I'm all right. So we're going to check this out right here. All right, you guys ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
Let me hear some noise.
Oh,
All right, that's
all the noise you get from me, bro.
Get a porn grunt.
Yeah.
That's what that's what we get.
I was trying to get you in the mood, bro.
I am in the mood. I
Fucking
looking at
tantalating.
this character of Eazy-E, looking at me, thinking of HIV and all that. All right, never mind. I'm just joking. Okay, cruising down the street in my Zebra, jocking the hippies, slapping the posers. It's not gonna rhyme. People went to the bar to get the scoop. Tweakers out there, Cole shooting some basic bitches. A limo pulls up. Who can it be? A fresh El Camino rolling with Hector. He rolls down his dick and he started to say, "It's all about making that gonorrhea go away." Because the boys in the hood are always nasty. You come jumping that gun, we'll pull your card. No, nothing in life but to be fresh. Don't quote me, whore, because I ain't said shit. He said the last one is the same word. That's
It is.
okay.
But that's all right.
There's some like Dr. Freud would have a good time analyzing.
Yeah.
What's
Well,
going on
that's
there.
what those are
pretty
good for, man.
It's a good expressive. Like, have you guys ever done a free writing exercise before?
No, I've never tried free writing.
Like where you watch a scene from a movie or listen to a song or something, and then you just write whatever you think directly after you're done experiencing it.
Yeah, I've never done that.
I had a teacher in college, professor. He's community college, so teacher. But he was quality, man. He's a good. He was good, man. Scott Sutherland. He's actually, he works at a college in Central California, West Hills College, and they have two campuses. One in Lemoore, where I graduated high school. The other one in Coalinga, which is a little tiny town that just sprouted up out of the oil fields out there. But I took some classes there, 2 semesters there, and I took a couple English classes with him. And he believed in expressing yourself like freely like that to like open up your creative pathways and things like that. And I think it's I don't know, it's cool. And then you can go back later, like for myself, like when I write little like creative pieces, or like when I just do like a free writing thing, or like when I just write like a little rhyme and things like that, like I can share that like on my podcast or like with the world, like, you know what I mean? Like when I was a kid, I used to love just and I'm gonna go to hit this Granddaddy Purp. I'm fucking, that headband's got me all geek.
I'm telling you, dude. The headband, it's called headband for a reason, because it feels like it's got your head fucking wound up, bro. It's pretty good though. I like it. It's a very, very good head high.
When I was a kid, though, I would just, like, when we'd be riding in the car or whatever, when I'd be out and about, like, I would just make up my own songs in my own head. And
right.
I always thought that it made me weird or something. And it doesn't make me weird at all. It makes me fucking, that part of me awesome. Then I can just come up with shit and then I can just share it. Like, it might not be the greatest. I don't give a fuck if you like it or not. But the fact that I can come up with something and then I can share it, that is in itself, like, maybe that's one of the reasons why I'm
awesome.
here.
You know? Yeah. It's awesome to be able to do that.
Getting in that zone creatively, like where you feel like where time and space melt away around you, is like what I achieved. That's like what work. That's what like companies strive to take you out of, is that state of mind right there. Like they want you to be 5 sense sensory. The clock's right in front of you at all times, right here. Yeah. Kronos is watching you, eating you, aging you. You have to worry. The more you stress out about time, the faster your life force goes in this place. And the more I can spend in a creative state of mind where I'm in the flow and where I'm supposed to be passionately in this life, the less anything around me can fuck with me. And the more I'm achieving what I'm supposed to be achieving in this world.
Yeah.
And so that's a message that I want to give to people, is that, like, maybe that's a common thing that more of us stuff down deep down inside in order to, you know, meet the realities of your existence, pay the bills, and get shit done, you know?
Right.
But maybe there's a way that we could all live life more passionately, seeking our goals, not necessarily stabbing each other in the backs for material gain. And maybe there's a way we can get there someday.
Yeah, I hope so as well. And I mean, my thing is, like, yeah, I got to be stuck at a fucking job 40 hours a week. But I can still pursue passions in my off time, you know, as long as you make the time to do it.
Yeah, it's true. And maybe that might be a flaw of my own. Like, I have a hard time. Like, I felt like when I'm working at least 40 hours a week for another company, I'm putting in so much mental energy for that company that there's not a whole lot of time for remember, like, who I am, or to keep those pathways open, you know? Like, it's in one way, like right now in my life, I'm stepping. And there's nothing wrong with the way you're living life. Like, this is no reflection on you. I'm just talking about personally. Like, right now, like, from day to day, like, making money the ways I'm making money right now, just, like, doing the things I'm doing, like, the streaming media devices, and I'm waiting on that part-time job and just trying to make some money off of YouTube doing this and stuff like that. Like, it feels very scary in a way, like stepping over one hot coal over the other, like over the lava. But, like, that's also freedom.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
it is.
Because the alternative for me is, like, and I'm very extreme, man. I'm like a very double-edged sword kind of guy. Like, I understand that. Like, I'm hard to be around because of that. But I have a hard time giving out my all to myself and also giving everything to a company at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's tough to do that. It's
not everybody has that problem, though.
No.
Like, you're here with your fucking beautiful self right here. With your lovely girlfriend right here. You guys made it over here today, and we're fucking rocking this out today.
Right. Like I said, you got to make time for it. That's all you got to do. Yeah.
You got to want it, too, man.
That's true, too.
And
you got to have that will.
Yeah. And we all just got to look at ourselves in the mirror for that one. Like, the times that I let myself down when I didn't pursue these things. And, like, all you kids out there, maybe you're 18, 19 years old. somehow you stumbled upon this content and you're listening to my voice right now, don't wait until you're 34, 33, 32, 31, 30. Do it right now to pursue that life-altering, passionate goal of yours. Or if you're in some situation that you feel like you can make a change. If you're in a bad situation and you don't know necessarily what the perfect step's going to be to get out of that situation, but you know that you have a choice or two that you could possibly take, taking any kind of choice at all may be better than just staying where you're at.
Yeah. Fucking high.
You're so
bro.
fucking high, bro. You're just gonna let me philosophize to you like that?
Bro, here's the thing, though, and you should take this as a compliment because I was speechless because I was sitting here listening to you. It was resonating with me.
Good, man. Well,
I mean, I agree with you, so I really can't say anything aside from
that's what's up, man.
There's not much for me to add to that. It's very succinctly put.
Yeah, and so that's like one of the messages I feel like I was put out here to spread. So among many messages, but with that, we're gonna keep Jason's pulse streaming along here. We're not gonna let him fall asleep on us quite yet.
I fucking hope not.
So it is now time for the first ever annual John Henry Challenge, and it's gonna be man versus machine.
Oh boy.
It's going to be Jason versus Alexa, the question answering program from Amazon. We're going to ask 10 questions. It's 10 trivia questions. No looking at the paper right there, Jason. We're going to ask Jason first. He's going to give an answer. Mm-hmm. If he doesn't have any clue or any idea, he can ask for a hint, and I'll give him a hint, and then he'll give an answer. And whether he gets it or not, then we'll go ahead and ask Alexa and see if she can give the answer correctly. And then, at the end we'll see who has answered more questions correctly, and see if man still can triumph over machine like how John Henry did. If you guys don't know who John Henry was, not a real person, I don't believe, but a tale of folklore. John Henry is an African American folk hero. He is said to have worked as a steel driving man, a man tasked with hammering a steel drill into rock to make holes for explosives to blast the rock in constructing a railroad tunnel. According to legend, John Henry's prowess as a steel driver was measured in a race against a steam-powered hammer. A race he won barely, and then he won it only to die in victory with his hammer in his hand as his heart gave out from the stress. So that's the story of John Henry right there. So we're going to carry on in that tradition. That story was a tall tale, a tale of folklore that was told to me with many others as a child. And it's one that's more relevant today than it ever has been. Because with all the technological advancements and things challenging man's ability to accomplish things ourselves, we're once again at a crossroads at the twilight of man and machine merging, and man taking over even more duties and tasks that machine taking over more duties and tasks that man used to accomplish themselves. So, Jason, are you ready to take part?
I'm ready.
All right, this is the first ever John Henry Challenge.
My money's on Alexa, though. I'm just saying.
Okay. Well, we'll get to that. And fuck Alexa, but it's all right. She's not a human being, but so 1 second here. All right, Jason. So question number 1: what year was the White House built?
Oh, for fuck's sake! I don't know. Well, I know it wasn't there initially.
Yeah, we didn't just move into it when we got over here.
We were a few presidents deep when it was built. Yeah. I would say probably maybe three to five presidents in at that point. I'm really going to, I don't know, but I'm going to have to say it's probably early 1800s, 1819, 1818, something like that.
Okay, 1818, your final guess?
I guess.
Okay, Jason's guess is 1818. Do we have that pen, guys, somewhere? Let me get that pen real quick. Again, this is a raw show. Bam.
Baby, I like it raw.
ODB. Yeah. So hold on. Yeah. All right. So Jason's guess is 1818. Alexa, what year was the White House built?
1800.
I was pretty close.
You were pretty close, man. 18 years
Not
off.
too
just-
bad for not remembering.
Not too
fucking
bad for
dates.
being stoner for
Yeah.
one, stoned as fuck right now, off some good
Sure.
weed right now, and then being so far out of school and things like that. This is something that they definitely did go over.
Oh, I'm
with
sure.
us.
I am absolutely sure.
Probably
That's
like
why I
in
said
fifth
I know.
grade or something like
I know
that.
it wasn't there with the first president
All right.
or the second president even.
So, Alexa 1, Jason 0. That's all right, man.
I already told you I put my money on her.
All right. Well, thank you just for being a good sport and participating today. This is a monumental breakthrough challenge right
Absolutely.
here. First one of many of its kind.
It's probably going to start the war between us and the machines.
It is,
actually.
yeah. I'm actually going to develop the first Terminator out of this information that we're going to gather from this
Yep,
right
yep.
here. So
Cyberdyne system.
the first Terminator is going to have a blonde beard, a blondish beard, an awesome beard.
It's tricolored, brother.
Tricolor, yes, brother, like we said. All right. So question number 2, Jason.
Mm-hmm.
How many elements are depicted in the periodic table of elements?
What is it? 108. I want to say 108, but I could be wrong. I'll go with that.
108.
Maybe 122. God damn it! It's 108. That was my first answer.
108. All right. So Jason's official answer is 108. Alexa, how many elements are depicted in the periodic table of elements?
I can't find the answer to the question.
Oh, boom, bitch! She didn't get it right either.
She couldn't get it right.
We better look it up. How many are shown on the periodic table? Is what you're saying, right?
How many elements are in the periodic table?
118 periodic elements.
Fuck, I was
It's
10
a
off.
periodic table.
Yeah.
I was close, bro.
I just asked her wrong. Sorry about that, Alexa. She doesn't understand pleasant.
You don't have to apologize to a machine, man. This is what causes the problems right there.
So that's the thing. Should we have emotionality towards things that are man-made?
I don't. We do all the time. People love their cars or love their pipes. It's a different type of love, but there's love there. So I mean, I don't know. That's the tricky thing.
What if your
You don't
operating
want to.
system could talk to you and it sounded like a female, like that movie Her?
Yeah, I never saw that, but that's.
Could you
Freaky.
fall in love with it? You think?
I don't know. I saw a similar movie to that.
What if it was just a computer tower that could talk to you and it had just a vagina on the side?
Well, I mean, if it's just a vagina, I'm not going to fall in love.
No. Okay, good.
There's no personality in a
Right.
vagina.
No, but she could talk to you though.
I guess. Her lips would be flapping, spitting at me when she talks.
No, but okay. So Alexa 2, Jason 0. Let's not get off track here, guys. All right. So question number 3, Jason. Who was the 40th president of the United States?
40. Fuck, what are we on right now? 40. Was it? I almost want to say Reagan, but I don't think it was Reagan. I think it was before him. Shit. Now the purple's kicking in too. I'm gonna
You're still here
say
with me. We're doing this.
Gerald Ford. I don't know.
Is Gerald Ford your final answer?
Maybe.
Okay.
I'm gonna go. Actually, hold on. Oh, fuck. I'm gonna say Reagan.
You gonna say Reagan?
I'm gonna say Reagan. Final.
Gerald Ford or Reagan?
It's one of those.
Call me
two
Regis
fuckers.
Philbin.
And it's probably fucking Carter because he's right in between. But I'm gonna go
Jimmy
with
Carter
Reagan.
promised to legalize weed. He is a liar.
He is a fucking liar.
Fuck Jimmy Carter.
Fuck peanut farmer.
All right. So Ronald Reagan, your final answer?
Ronald Reagan.
Reaganomics. Star Wars. All right. Alexa, who was the 40th president of the United States?
The 40th U.S. president was Ronald Reagan.
Oh!
Boom,
So
bitch.
Jason, so
But wait, Alexa still gets a point, right? Because she fucking got it right.
Right, yeah. That's the thing. It's like
That's
you can't
unfair.
penalize Alexa because you got it right.
I
I
think-
was trying to think about that with the scoring. Like,
I had the answer
Like
first.
if you did, but if we asked you and Alexa at the same time, she would have gotten it way before you.
Well, yeah, she's not stoned.
No, that's the thing.
Now, if we can make her
Alexa
stoned,
can't get stoned, or
ask her
she
if she can
can't.
get stoned.
She can't be bogged down by emotional distraught.
Alexa, can you smoke weed?
Alexa, do you know what cannabis is?
I'm not sure what you meant by that question.
I think it gave you. It was hyphenated, or not hyphenated, but there's a.
1 second here, guys. We're actually live radio show in my house, and my landlord's knocking on the door. Give me a second. I'll be right back.
I'll vamp. Do 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 do. All right, people. As mentioned earlier, the show is sponsored by CR Ward Photography.
I'm sorry, I'm just live right now recording. I do a
Go
podcast
check that guy out.
every day.
Cam, he's an awesome guy.
Have a good day, okay? Bye-bye.
Yeah, I'm not good at vamping. I tried to plug Cam again. Free plug on me.
All right, we're back live here. Jason, did you fill it? Hey,
No, I did not.
did you not? Did you cheat? Did you look at
I
the
did not.
sheet? Did you look at the answers when it was
Not-
gone?
No.
Okay.
And wait a minute, you have the answers written down?
I know
Sneaky
the
devil.
answers. I know the answers.
Sneaky, sneaky devil.
No, I'm stoned. There we go. Okay.
So wait, can I just raise a point here?
Okay, so I shouldn't know the answers.
What? No, not that.
Oh, okay.
No, I actually was going to be surprised if you didn't have them written down.
Okay.
But the point I want to raise here is I'm kind of doomed from the start. There's absolutely no way for me to win against Alexa because never is she going to have the wrong answer.
Unless I purposely put a question in there she didn't know.
I mean, that's
But
possible.
you're looking behind the fourth wall right now, man.
Bro, I'm
When
I'm
fucking
fourth
Pat
dimensional.
Sajak goes out on Wheel of Fortune, do they fucking talk about? Did they show
Yeah.
you the conversation him
All
and
the
Vanna
time.
White had before they went out on there?
They come out talking shit to each other and then they start smiling.
Do you think Pat Sajak and Alex Trebek have ever gone out and had a drink together?
You know, I bet they did, and I bet you Pat Sajak was like just annoying as fuck.
Think so? You don't think he has any game?
Maybe, but he just seems like as a person out in that kind of social setting, he'd probably be that annoying guy.
Alex Trebek. Is it Alec or Alex? Alec,
Alex.
huh? Alex Trebek. He seems like he has like a big library full of like mahogany colored books and dark colored leather
the funny
furniture.
thing is
and
about
stuff.
him, like he knows some shit, but it's not like everybody because he's a host of the show assumes like he knows everything. You know what I mean? Like, oh, that guy must be so smart, and I'm sure he is a smart guy. I mean, I've heard he's pretty smart, but he's
He
not.
has all the answers written down. Just like
The only reason he's got all the answers is because he's got them written down or
that show.
to his ear.
He wasn't the original host of that show of Jeopardy, and he was actually like a producer or something like that. And
Interesting.
It was going to. It had terrible ratings, and people didn't get it at first. Go figure, like the intelligence show, like people had a hard time
Sure.
passing it on too. But so he like. I don't know if it was like at the end of one of the seasons or however they determine like these game shows or whatever, but at some point Alex Trebek made the decision to take hosting duties himself, and then that's when ratings went up and like people resonated, that word again, with him, and that's why it's still going on. He's like fucking old as he's always
super old,
seemed
yeah.
like I've been watching him since I was a child. He always seemed old to me. That's just because when you're a kid, like people probably in their 40s or 50s seem like they're old to you.
You know, Pat
But
Sajak and Vanna White still look the same too, kind of. You know?
They injected them with
They
like
don't look
some
too
House of Wax shit. Yeah.
They might be Terminators too. I don't know.
They live, you know. Speaking of Pat Sajak, so, okay, so and look at I'm fucking all over the place here. This show goes on live in our apartment, mine and my family's here, and Jason's a guest, and the landlord wanted to come in too. I should have invited her just on here with us. We could have had a conversation right here
We
about
could have, yeah.
tenant rights right here.
Was she about
on
to give
air.
you some shit or what?
No, not necessarily. She's in town because she had to come do some inspections on the apartments or
Right.
whatever she was doing.
Her
so,
Gestapo
yeah,
inspection.
you gotta let them come in and remind you that they own you every once in a while. So
Throw you around a little
I think
bit.
they do. So, all right. So after question number 3, Jason has 1. Alexa has 3. Jason is probably doomed in this one, but we're going to continue on here.
That's right, because maybe Alexa won't know shit.
Yeah, you never know.
Fucking, I'll find you, Alexa.
Alexa, whose voice do you think it is?
I know it's not mine.
It's Renee Zellweger. Not sure. No?
Alexa's a much better actor.
Actress. Yeah, she is probably, yeah. It's weird that new Bridget Jones movie, she's has like all this plastic surgery since the last time.
Jesus. I haven't even seen a trailer for that.
Yeah, no. I mean, it just sounded like a commercial.
She's
on
looking
TV.
looking pretty haggard, is she?
Well, she just looks a lot different than she used to. She looks like a different person almost. So.
Well, that's not cool. I mean, she had a very unique look. You know?
All right, so question number 4 in the John Henry Challenge. Jason, who is currently the wealthiest person in the world?
Oh, good God.
This is a good. You got this one.
I don't got this one. Because...
Not family, just person.
It's hard to say. It's somebody... Oh, God. I feel like this is a piece of information that I heard fairly recently, but I don't remember the answer, so I'm going to defer to Alexa and not take the point.
No,
because I don't know the name.
You have to come up with an answer, bud. Be a sport. What's the answer?
Oh, wait.
You let Jen try to answer
you
for
said
you.
I could get hints, though, right?
Oh, yeah.
So, like, give me a hint.
He was involved in the development of an industry that boomed starting in the 1990s.
There's no way he's the richest man. God. It's worse than I thought, people. I'm going to say Bill Gates.
Is Bill Gates your final answer?
Bill Gates is my final answer.
Up in this motherfucker like Bill Gates. Just joking, everybody, but all right. So Bill Gates is still alive. He's not dead yet. He's still alive in his smart house. Fucking
Of course he is.
yeah.
Living off the souls of dead children.
Yeah, he just has like a Ghostbusters type contraption in his fucking basement, just holding souls.
That's
down
what he
there.
does. He fucking shoves their souls inside of there. And then whenever he's
Alexa.
thirsty, he pours a fucking drink.
Oh yeah, damn! Just like a draft, like coming
Exactly.
up there,
That's exactly what
The
it says.
spirit.
Yeah. That's his spirits he's drinking.
too. Yeah. It has another. It's like it carbonates it on the way through. It's like carbon. He has like CO2 tube too. So carbonated souls. All right, I took it too far there.
Sounds
All right.
pretty tasty. I don't know.
Yeah. That's what Coca-Cola is.
The Koch brothers.
Yeah. Holy shit. And shout out to all the people in North Dakota fighting for your land up there. Keep fighting. Alexa, who is currently the wealthiest person in the world?
Bill Gates.
Oh, Bill Gates. All right. So Alexa 4, Jason 2. Alexa is twice as good so far, but that's okay.
I honestly think Alexa should only get points if I don't get it.
If that's the
That's the
case, it
only
would
way
be
to-
2-2.
That would
We'll
be
carry
the-
out that hypothetical situation because I believe in the multi-universe theory. So
Sure. Sure.
we'll splinter that off right there. Okay, so in one world, Alexa's beating your ass 4-2, and in another world, you guys are tied.
It's a world where I'm not at an unfair advantage because the machine has all the answers.
Yeah. It's a fair world. It's the world we should live in. It's a world where people aren't fooled into believing a bunch of shit that is untrue, like they're in a democracy, not a republic.
This is not a cheerocracy. Fucking
It's not a direct democracy, that's for damn sure. There is some elements of democracy in there. I will admit that. Okay, so not to get off path here. 2-2, Alexa, Jason. We'll take the favorable scenario here. Okay,
Thank you.
you're very welcome, Jason. Question number 5.
Yeah.
What is the top speed of light?
Oh God.
I chose intelligent questions because I know this man is intelligent.
Yeah,
so that's why I chose intelligent
Here's the
questions.
thing.
here.
I have intelligence, but I don't retain a lot of information very well. I smoke too much weed for that. So I know it's in the thousands or maybe the millions.
Not sound, light.
So we're at least in millions or billions.
I guess that was a little bit of a hint right there, even, but it's a tough one. I will.
Is it
admit.
one Google?
Oh my God, no. That Google would love it if that was what the speed of light was. Just pure information.
No.
No.
Google
Is
is
that
a-
your final answer? One Google? I know it is actual. I know it is. I know. I'm not that stoned. I do know.
Well, I am. So surprised I remembered. You know, I don't have a final answer. I'm gonna
No.
let
Okay.
Alexa get this one.
All right. Alexa, what is the top speed of light?
Light's top speed is 300 million meters per second.
That's slow as fuck.
No.
Slow ass light.
That's like modem light right there. Where's the high speed?
Yeah, we want the broadband and shit. No, we want fiber.
All right, Alexa 3, Jason 2. There. All right, so
How many questions are remaining?
we were going with 10 questions, so that was question number 5, so we're halfway through.
Okay.
Are you still with me?
Yeah.
Are you people still here with me? All right. Question number 6. What type of government does the United States have?
Constitutional republic.
I already know that's right, so I'm just going to go and give you a point right now. But we're going to go ahead and ask Alexa regardless. So,
She might be wrong.
yeah.
She might give us the wrong information.
Hold on. I gave Alexa a partial little bullshit there. Hold on a second here. I got excited. Alexa, what type of government does the United States have?
The United States systems of government are Republican federal government.
She said that a little weird. Like, it's almost like because they can't fully, mislead people with this because
Sure.
they can't say democracy, but it's like if they still said it convoluted, didn't they? They couldn't just say
And it's
constitutional
also
republic.
her sources from Wikipedia.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So what's up with that, Alexa? I guess you got all the answers.
You're just Wikipedia drone, I guess. Because that one said Wikipedia, huh? Not all of them said that, though, huh? She must have other sources. I hope so, because in college you can't even use Wikipedia.
No.
They don't let you.
If you do, what you can do with it is if they're linked to other sources, you can go to those links and find that information.
Jason wasn't going to go down without swinging. He had to let us know. He had to let the people know that Wikipedia was behind some of
Yeah,
this.
fuck this shit, bro. I told you this is already.
What if it said WikiLeaks? You're like, you start asking conspiracy questions. It's all via WikiLeaks. Like Julian.
No, I said Wikipedia. WikiLeaks.
What are WikiLeaks?
WikiLeaks, the international organization that publishes submissions of otherwise unavailable documents from anonymous sources and leaks.
This is also from Wikipedia. So is that where she's getting all her information is from Wikipedia?
No, because not all of them say Wikipedia.
If we asked her a question about Wookiee, would she get
We're
it
going
from
to finish the
Wikipedia?
game and we're going to see the rest of them say Wikipedia.
Okay.
All right.
So she didn't get a point for that last one, right? Because that kind of
No.
seemed like.
No, you got it, because she didn't say it right. Because she said Republican federal government. No, bitch, the federal government's not our slave masters. They made it seem like the federal government, like the people, are like our masters. No, the government's of the people, by the people.
That's what it is supposed to be, yes.
Yeah, so you got a point there. So
Let's just take all
yeah,
of
really
Alexa's
3 to
points
3 in the favorable scenario.
See,
Yeah,
this is
fuck the
more
episode. We're just going
riveting
with
if we
that.
play it this way. Otherwise,
Yeah, we're playing it this way from now. All right, so 3 to 3. It's all tied up. Jason, Mark Henry, and the steam powered hammer are neck and neck. Yeah, we're not going to let you have a heart attack today, though. Okay, at the end of this. Okay.
I might. You know, I actually. You remember? I don't know if they did this in your school when you were in like elementary school, but they used to have like a free book day, and they would lay out all these books, and you go choose one, and you got to keep that book for free. Did they ever do that at your school?
I think so. Yeah, they would do like a book exchange like thing or something like that. Or like you would take one, they'd give you another one or something
No,
like
no.
that.
It was just at my school they would just lay out books across like tables. Anyway, the point being that at one
I
of
remember
these,
books being crossed. I think they
Yeah.
would, like, remember getting those little flyers?
oh yeah, Scholastic
Yeah, Scholastic. They had book fair days at my school.
Yeah, those two I remember. But this one was a free book. But point being that like I think it was in second grade, first or second grade, maybe third. I don't know. I actually got a book about him.
About John Henry.
Yeah,
Nice.
like I read that when I was back then, like second grade, maybe first grade. I don't know.
Well, I remember there being like a pretty popular book that had all the Tall Tales in it. Like it had Paul
I never
Bunyan.
had that,
it
but
had,
yeah, that would have been cool.
Calamity Jane. The dude, the cowboy dude, what's his name? He used to wrangle tornadoes and shit like that.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I can't think of his
Wild
name.
Bill? Or no?
Yeah.
That a real guy? That's
That's a real guy.
Yeah, those Wild Bill's a real guy, huh? Yeah, I can't remember the name of the dude, but yeah, like all those tall tales in it. Yeah, like I love those things because they're
Yeah,
like
they're
cautionary tales.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah. It's like
So they're-
Aesop's fables, like those too.
Yeah, and that might be like like I think Aesop does all those classic tall tales or something like that. Don't
Well,
they?
not those ones. Those ones are
Are you
specific
talking
to
about, like,
the U.S.
The old school Aesop fables, like it was like
Yeah, I was
like a
just
traditional
saying.
piece of
Yeah, in general, it's,
literature.
it's just kind of the same thing
Yeah.
as the tall tales from America. Yeah,
Gotcha.
from the United States. I mean.
All right, 3-3. Alexa versus Jason in the first ever John Henry Challenge. Question number 7. Oh man,
Oh shit.
Jason.
Uh oh.
What is the distance between Earth and the Moon?
Fuck's sake.
I was an asshole when I put these together. I won't
Yeah,
lie.
you were. We fucking get you back for this too.
Again, these are probably all questions that were sometime.
They were at one time, yeah,
Vocalized
definitely,
to one of us.
definitely information
Or
that
both of us.
was learned at one point, and I probably even heard recently. Again, like I read and hear different things all the time, so I just don't know. Alexa's getting this one. It's in the hundreds of thousands, I believe.
How many hundreds of thousands?
That's what I don't remember if it's a hundred.
Clear your mind and just think of a number.
193,000. Fucking, I don't know.
193,000 miles is his final answer.
That's I'm estimating. I'm
Alexa.
rounding up or down, whichever way it goes.
What is the distance between Earth and the Moon?
The moon's distance is 239,000 miles.
Well,
384,000
You're-
kilometers.
I almost got to the moon.
You're pretty close. Yeah, you would have fell just short. You'd have been in
Yeah.
the radiation zone still.
Fuck. Now I'm
Yeah,
all
man.
irradiated and shit.
Been like Stanley Kubrick in that movie.
Fucking pissed off.
All
Pissed
right,
off and irradiated.
Alexa 4, Jason 3. All right, we're getting down to the nitty gritty
Tough
here.
battle,
Last
man.
3 questions here. 4-3, coming down to the wire. Number 8, Jason.
Yeah.
What is the highest grossing film of all time?
Oh God. Seriously, are we factoring in inflation? I know it was Titanic at one point, but
I would assume it calculates all factors which would determine a profit.
yeah, but like if it was in the 80s, it wouldn't be.
Well, money was worth a lot more back then, actually. So yeah, but just dollar-wise, they're going to list off whatever the dollar amount is, no matter what the inflation is, no matter what
Can I have
the
a hint?
dollar's worth. Can you have a clue?
Yeah, a hint, a clue, something. Oh,
Movie
you weren't
was
ready with
released
clues.
World War II era.
It was what?
Released World War II era.
World War II era. Okay. God damn it, this is. I've got 2 of them I'm thinking of here.
It's one of the most iconic.
One of them's
films of all
Casablanca,
time.
and the other one's Gone with the Wind. I think it's going to be one of those 2.
What are those two? Say it again.
It's definitely one of those 2. I bet.
Either Casablanca or Gone with the Wind.
That's what I think. Now, I could
Would you
be
like
wrong.
to use a lifeline? Would you like to ask the audience?
Yeah, let me ask the audience.
Jen, what do you think?
I don't know. I just looked up the answer.
No, she has
Well,
one of these
her
devil
opinion-
devices over
her
here. on
opinion
her
doesn't matter
smartphones.
now.
The Wind or the Sound of Music?
Sound of Music's
Ryan
another
says,
good-
"Gone with the Wind" or "Sound of Music." That's Nikki's brother Ryan, roommate, awesome individual over there. You guys have heard him on some of the other shows. He says "The Sound of Music." Jason, what do you say?
Man, I
The highest-grossing film of all time.
fuck.
The whole house is getting in on it.
Jesus, man, this is hard.
Like today? Like tonight?
Yeah, as of now, yeah, as of today, yeah.
He said it's World War II era.
World War II era.
That's why I said Gone with the Wind.
Right. It's based on that.
The people
time.
are on the edge of their seats
True.
here, guys. What is your final answer,
Titillating.
Jason?
I'm gonna say Gone with the Wind.
Gone with the Wind is your final answer. Jason's final answer is Gone with the Wind. Alexa, what is the highest grossing film of all time?
The highest grossing film in history is Gone with the Wind.
Oh, we got it. 4-4. It's all tied up. 2 questions left.
Taking this machine down.
Cubs are coming back. Jason is the embodiment of the Cubs.
That's
It's
right.
been a long time since he's won a championship.
It's been never. This is the first time in history I've beat a machine.
Ryan was pretty close too. Sound of Music, Casablanca.
Well,
all
he
those,
said
man,
he
those are
said
good
it was
ones,
one of the
yeah.
two.
Yeah,
that
was,
or
he
Gone
was
with the
good.
Wind.
Yeah, that was good. All right. Question number 9.
Number
Jason.
9. Number 9.
Number 9.
Sorry.
What? Listen,
It's a Tavistock coming out of me.
that's the brainwashing coming out of you. All those Beatles songs you listened to growing up.
Fucking love the Beatles. Whatever. Let's go.
Okay. Jason, number 9.
Yes, sir.
What is a event horizon?
Oh God. It was a movie from the 90s about.
We're talking about the scientific phenomenon, the
Yeah.
event horizon, not the
No.
poorly directed film from the 1990s.
Oh, I fucking love that movie, dude.
I'm just joking. That's not fully.
It's like, I mean, it's not like one of my favorites, but it's definitely one that I've watched a few times.
I'm just talking shit. It's really not.
Really good one.
Film buffs are out there cringing at me right now.
Whatever. I don't know. The Event Horizon is like. It's. I'm too fucking high for this, bro. Come on.
You're almost there, but
I
you're
know I'm
tied
there.
with Alexa.
I'm there, almost there. It's like the point at which something like
The point of what?
what am I trying to say? Hold on. I'm trying to scour my brain for the words because I do know what this means, but it's hard for me to describe what I'm trying to say, what I'm thinking.
He's having a spiritual experience
I
over
am.
here trying to
I'm
describe
fucking-
an event horizon, guys. He's asking the Granddaddy Purple gods what it is right now.
Granddad, can you come tell me?
He thinks he's in an Indian sweat lodge right now.
I am sweating under the pressure.
Yeah, you're on the hot seat right now for the last
Um,
hour. You're doing a great job.
I think I'm close to what I'm trying to say. It's just hard to put these words together.
Okay.
It's like the point at which something, I don't want to say conceived, but it's when it reaches an apex. I don't know. And I can't, it's hard for me to describe what I'm trying to say, and I sound like an idiot, but that's
No,
all
you
right,
don't.
because
You
I'm
don't sound
fucking
like an
high
idiot,
as
man.
hell.
You don't sound like an idiot. I wasn't trying to set you up with these either. You don't
Oh.
sound like an idiot.
You were not trying to set me up.
It's not. I was trying to get an entertaining piece of,
No, it is definitely, I think it's
of
entertaining.
intellectual entertainment here.
Very entertaining, for sure. Yeah, I can't just give it to Alexa because I can't describe.
So when something
It's like the point
approaches
at
the
which
apex of something, is what you said?
Right. So like, it's like a breaking point almost, right? Like that's the closest thing I can compare it to
Like the point of no
in
return?
concept, like a point of no return. It's the, yeah. Do you get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, I do get what
It's
you're
hard
saying,
for
man.
me to try to say, and I could
Yeah.
be wrong, but
Like,
that's just what I think
like,
it is.
What would you encounter in real life that would cause you to, in the universe, what would you encounter that would cause you to engage in an event horizon situation?
I mean, it would probably involve aliens, bro. Obviously.
We're gonna go to Alexa, and not to say that we're not discrediting the alien idea, but this game's dragging on. We want to go ahead and see if Jason can go ahead and beat Alexa here. So we're gonna ask. Jason says it's when something reaches the apex of something. There we go.
Yeah, I
It's
think I
just
described
funny.
it a little
It's
better
cool,
than that
man.
afterwards,
No.
but
You did, yes.
I don't know that I was accurate.
It's okay. I would be having a hard time as well. So, Alexa, what is an event horizon?
Sorry, I can't tell what is playing.
Yep, that's because I fucked up, guys. See? What is an event horizon?
In general relativity, an event horizon is a boundary in space-time beyond which events cannot affect an outside observer.
All right. See, I was totally off, bro.
Well, it happens in a black hole supposedly. Like when you get past a certain point, that's the event horizon.
No
It's
going
when like
back
you ever
at
heard of
that
like this spaghettification of cells? When you supposedly get to the center of a black hole, it strings out. It breaks you down on a cellular level, and it strings out all of your cells in your body supposedly in a single strand, which they call a spaghetti strand.
But this is all theory, though. We don't know
Yeah,
for sure, right?
Yeah, for sure. But that's the thought behind the event horizon, though. It's like the point of no return in a black hole.
Right.
It's like when you get sucked into where it's game over. You're going in.
No going back at that point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was a really hard one.
It
Obviously.
was. I was not ready for that.
If it had been about the movie,
If it had been about the movie, I probably could have answered it, bro.
it's
God
okay.
damn it. And Alexa probably couldn't. No,
Yeah,
she
fuck
probably
Alexa.
could. She could probably find something on Wikipedia.
Alexa, what's the movie Event Horizon?
Event Horizon, the 1997 science fiction horror film.
God goddamn bitch, Alexa.
She knew about it.
Couldn't have been Alex. Couldn't have been a guy.
No,
They all gotta be women.
they do.
Siri, Alexa.
Actually, with Siri, you can change the voice, I think.
Oh, to a guy. Oh, you can change
Yeah.
it to a lot of different things now, huh?
Yeah.
All right, so the best Jason could do is tie here.
Well,
I should
We
have
might
made
have to have a
11 questions, I
tiebreaker.
guess. That way
yeah,
they're
we
gonna
might have to
tie.
have a tiebreaker.
I might
We'll
have
see.
to. I have to just think of something to
Yeah,
ask.
something that I can answer and she can't, so I can win.
Oh God, I can't believe I did this one. I'm such an asshole.
Oh, fuck you. I'm done. I'm out.
I'm such an asshole.
I'm out. Mic drop.
Don't drop the mic. It's not a reflection upon anything negative on you, Jason, at all. That's what I'm going to allude to at the end of this. But Jason, what are the first 3 digits of pi?
3.14.
There you go. Okay. You want to know something? I just altered that. I actually originally wrote the first 10 digits.
That's fucking ridiculous.
But I couldn't do that because that's an asshole. But I just wanted to show you something. Alexa, what are the first 10 digits of pi?
The first 10 decimal digits of pi are 3.14159265535.
They taught her math. If you would have had this,
No, she took it from Wikipedia.
I know, but you okay? Alexa, what's 64 times 64?
64 multiplied by 64 is 4,096.
Touche.
What's the square root of 64?
2.83.
What was the first number? The first big number?
That can't be right.
What's 64 times 64?
64 multiplied by 64 is 4,096.
What's the square root of 4,096?
The square root of 4,096 is 64.
That's true. I know that. Because it just goes back and forth. It's the same thing. But.
I must be thinking of something. Square root must be not what I'm thinking of.
But I'm just saying, if you're a kid back like in our day, if you'd had something like this, that'd have been pretty neat to, I don't know, like a study, like for.
It would
knows
be,
all,
yeah.
It knows
it'd
all the presidents. It knows things about Constitution
be
and stuff like
definitely
that.
a good study read.
It'd be a good tool, but Jason and Alexa are tied 5-5, and so it doesn't really fucking matter, does it? Who
Sure
wins in this one? But I don't even know what the fuck to ask you, man.
Ask me something that you don't think she can answer.
Okay.
Like I want to see something that's hard for her to answer. Something a human can answer that she might not be able to answer.
What's the simulation theory?
Bro, I said fucking easy, bro. I need a softball. No.
Sorry.
Not a fucking fastball.
My bad. I'm just trying to think of something complicated she wouldn't know. I'm
No,
not sure.
but I want something like it's hard to say.
Okay.
Like something that she
Okay.
might not be aware of.
What are the primary colors?
She's gonna know that, but it's red, yellow, blue. But I mean, she's probably gonna know that. That's information she can get from Wikipedia. I'm thinking.
What are the primary colors?
The primary colors are blue, red, and yellow.
Ask her who let the dogs out.
Alexa, who let the dogs out?
I can't find the answer
Who
to
let
the
the dogs out,
question.
Jason?
So we're gonna have to leave it on that. Man and machine tied. It's equal battle there. Nobody's gonna win the John Henry Trophy today, which
That's
only
fucked. That was
which
a
only
shiny
exists
motherfucking trophy, too.
metaphysically. It does not exist in our physical realm. So, anyways,
I wanted it.
it's been a little bit over an hour here, and we've had a lot of fun fucking around with Alexa, just checking out. That was just an exercise to I wanted to say something to you guys about that. Is that we're developing our artificial intelligence, but one thing that they're probably realizing right now, and if not right now, they're going to realize is that in developing artificial intelligence, they're trying to recreate the way humans think or a human, intelligence. Humans aren't just intelligence for one. Like they're developing artificial intelligence, but where's the artificial empathy? Where's the artificial emotional set? Where's the artificial ethics, morality? Why are we only developing machines that are going to have the ability to think critically, but not with the ability to know what it feels like to make a decision that affects somebody else's life negatively or positively? And so, even though this machine right here can recite things that are just regurgitated, she can't be the wondrous consciousness and soul that we are as human beings, and nothing can ever replace that. So, they're not ever going to be able to mimic the beauty that exudes from us. And so with that, I just wanted to say is that even if Alexa can answer all these questions and one of us can't just, because this is just regurgitation anyways, this doesn't prove that Alexa's intelligent or
Right.
that you're not intelligent. It's
Right.
just a regurgitation. So
Yeah, exactly.
it doesn't prove anything. So
It proves that my memory recall is not very good.
yeah. But she can't sit here and have a conversation that makes me or makes other people feel excited or passionate. She can't, like the creations that we're making, that we're trying to replace human personality with. They're still failing, and I think they're always going to fail. And you're a human being, and you're a wonderful soul, and you're worth much more than any regurgitated crap that a machine like that can say. So that's what I wanted to say is that we're more important
Right.
than what you all have been taught to think you are. And they're not trying to teach machines how to feel. They're only trying to teach machines how to make snap decisions. And that's the kind of future that we're headed into, where police officers maybe aren't a human being at all. Maybe it's a man-made
RoboCop.
soldier drone or something like that. Yeah, dude, some crazy shit. Like people are laughing, but they get us prepped for the reality with the fiction, man. You know what I mean? So they show you shit on TV, and then that shit ends up being a reality someday. So The Simpsons fucking predicted Trump being president. Who would have ever thought that would really happen?
There's been a few different things I've seen that the Simpsons have predicted.
That's because there's an agenda, and they're being leaked information to make shows about to get people ready, predictive programming to get people ready for shit. I think that's why they knew it was going to happen, but maybe not. Maybe he's the truth. I don't think so. I don't think Hillary was the truth. I don't think Bernie was the truth either. I think he's even more sickly because once he backed Hillary after he lost or whatever,
That's
like
where I
that
lost
showed his
respect
true
for
colors,
that
and
guy.
then he puts on the sickliest smile of everybody, and like he's fooling. If he's fooling people, he's fooling you harder than Trump's fooling you. Like you bit the apple all the way on that motherfucker, and
That's right.
there's a fucking poison fucking sliver in that bitch. None of them are the truth, man. So anyway, they're feeding us a bunch of bullshit in the world. Alexa is a fun little toy to play with, but human beings are and still and will forever be much more than just a single facet of our existence, like intelligence. So with that, I wanted to say thank you very much, Jason, for being on the show today.
Thank you for having me. If anybody wants to, you can follow me on Twitter at theguy4420.
There you go.
Pluggy plug.
You guys follow him on Twitter there?
Yeah, follow me there, and once I get my pod going, I'll post a link or something.
You're going to get it up on a couple different platforms, maybe like YouTube,
Yeah,
iTunes.
yeah. I want to probably put it up on YouTube. I want to put it on iTunes. Try to get it on the other podcatchers like Stitcher and things like that.
So again, what's the name of the podcast going to be?
Shattered Dimensions.
Shattered Dimensions, and we're talking about fringe subjects. We're talking about
That's right.
things that the average person finds uncomfortable to talk about because they've been taught that maybe it doesn't exist. We're talking about things that
Yeah.
excite and
And we
expand our
and we're
consciousness.
probably just gonna smoke shatter too.
Yeah.
No. Then we'll get
We're
nothing done.
experiencing shatter while discussing topics.
I guess while you're listening, you can, but I shouldn't do it while I'm recording.
Yeah, so definitely subscribe once you got the YouTube channel pulled up. Get on iTunes and start downloading your stuff. All you other people out there, as soon as you see that content available, jump on that. And you guys can also follow me. Please do here at Critically Creative Entertainment on YouTube. Subscribe. We need to build the audience up on there. All you guys who are already here, you're here because you're already listening to it. So just subscribe while you're here. And it only takes a couple of seconds to take that one extra step to do that. You guys can follow me on Twitter, CR2 at, Big J at CR2_ENT. It has been a wonderful day. All you guys have a great day. This has been The Morning Recording. Thank you.